What's going on, YouTube? Back at you with another video. Yeah. Just taking some time to unwind. Just appreciate things sometimes. Anyway, I'm supposed to be getting some things done in the house, but I decided to come out here and look around. It's quiet in here. Think about some things. Anyway, just dropped the kids off to school, and I was talking to my son, and I'm like, man, I said, you know how when people say you done fell off, like, man, you done fell off. You done fell off. Or if you're in some type of discussion with somebody, and they are talking to you, and then you say, man, whatever happened? Or what's going on with blah, blah, blah? And they say, oh, man, he done fell off. Or, oh, man, she done fell off. There's some certain ways where you can just fall off. And that, in a sense, is like saying, man, you done messed up. They done messed up. Because when somebody say that you done fell off, that mean they kind of saw you in a different light. And then when you fell off, they able to kind of gossip about, man, they done fell off. And that's what I told my son. I said, man, when you get older, people gonna always talk about you. And some are gonna say good things about you, and some are gonna say bad things about you. It's gonna be up to you of what people say and think about you. And we all can't sit up here and say, oh, I don't care what nobody thinks about me. Everybody cares about what somebody else thinks about them, whether it's their kids, their parents, their friends, their coworkers. Everybody kind of cares. There's a certain amount of care that you should care about when somebody thinks about you. But everybody kind of cares what people think about them, what their boss think about them, what their coworkers, employees, what their employees think about them. We all care. And if you don't care, I believe you're lying to yourself. Now, do you let people dictate how you act due to the point where, how you think they care about you? Nah, you don't have to do that. But at the same time, we all care. We care about what our siblings think about us. So we care about what God thinks about us. Are we worthy enough? So I told him, I said, man, right now you in high school, you a junior, you got to prepare to be a senior. Don't let senior year supposed to be your best year, because that means you're moving on to something better. Senior year is supposed to be your best year, because you're moving on, new horizons, the new adventures, new friends that you can possibly meet, new opportunities. You still got your life ahead of you, way ahead of you. Don't let senior year be your miserable year. Like right now, I've taken away my son's car due to the fact that he can't, well, number one, he doesn't appreciate it. Doesn't appreciate the car. And because he's not paying for it, he doesn't have to pay for the insurance. And I said, man, when you get 18, it's going to be, you either going to make that a good year or it's going to be a bad year for you. And you don't want your fellow classmates already saying that you done fell off. Like, kids don't understand their lifestyle is dictated really of what their parents have when they're in high school. If they got extra income, extra resources, they pass it on, or they allow their kids to have a piece of the pie. What I mean is they get a car. Man, not only do they get cars, there's kids at his school that have Teslas, BMWs, things like that, Audis, just Lexuses. There's kids that have that. And I understand that some of those kids are well off because of their parents. And they extend those resources down to their children. But you got to be able to appreciate it. And if you don't appreciate it, you're not gonna do right. And that's what he's been doing. He hasn't been doing right. You know, high school is supposed to be simple. You don't make high school hard. You just go to school. I know you have to deal with the peer pressure and, the validation of your peers looking at you a certain way. But there's no way that they should be looking at you any negative way because you got a car, you play sports, you finish in a school, you're doing your school, you're not a failing student. What more can you get out of high school? And what more do you have to do? Those are the simple things that you have to do. And I'll keep telling him, man, once you become 18, everything fair game now. And you don't want your classmates saying, oh, man, he done fell off. Or, oh, man, she done fell off. That means something that you're doing is not right. Because they get it twisted that their life is going to be grand due to the fact that their parents gave them a car. Their parents gave them access to resources, which is money, put money in their pocket, things like that. I ain't come from that. I come from, you got to work for your money. You got to work hard. Now, even though I gave my kids money here and there, that was just so that they stay out of trouble, that they don't have any type of negative feelings like they don't have any money in their pocket. I always want to keep a little bit of change in their pocket so that they don't feel the peer pressure to do anything stupid just because they need money in their pocket or they feel like they need money. Like, anytime that they needed $10 here, $20 there as they're growing up, hey, what are you going to do with it? Okay. And it's theirs. So I told him this morning, I said, man, you fell off, man. You done fell off. Now, it's going to hurt even more if you become adult. When you become an adult and your peers and people, and you feel like you done fell off. Because people fall off. I always used to point out to him, I said, how do you think that guy on the corner got there? Now, and I would tell him, some of them guys don't supposed to be on that corner. Some of them are suffering from mental illness. Some of them are suffering from abandonment, physical abuse. Something that's then spiraled them to be where they're at today. And then you have some of them that just messed up and fell off. Didn't do what they supposed to do. Wasn't listening to their parents. Wanted to get on drugs. Wanted to pop pills. Wanted to drink a lot of alcohol and party. Wasn't taking life serious. And then when they become adults, they fall off. You don't want to be that. So I'm trying to tell him now, in high school, the things that you were doing, the things that you was focusing on, you're not focusing on it. You done fell off. You need to get back to where you was at. You need to start following the rules of society, of life, of authority. You have to start playing your role in order to navigate through this twisted world, harsh world. I always told them growing up, the world is not fun. The world is cruel. You can make it better for yourself if you do some of the right things, but you're not going to be perfect. But at the same time, life is harsh. Life don't care. Man, nobody's coming to save you. You got to get it how you get it. And a lot of parents are out here trying to put their kids in the right position so that they can just succeed. You don't have to be, man, all great. We just want you to succeed. But hopefully he can get back on track. My daughter, she's, kind of staying on track and stuff, but who knows what if she falls off. My thing is, you fall off, I'm going to tell you fell off. But I need you to get back on track. I need you to get back and finish out your senior year strong. I need you to do all that you can do to possibly prepare yourself for this life. You can make this life a great life, or you can make this life, man, it can be brutal. And then that's when people fall off. So I'm hoping that he heeds my words, listens to the wisdom that I try to give to him. And yeah, we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, sometimes boys are a little different than the girls. Girls kind of stay on track a little bit more, a little bit better than the boys. The boys, you got to kind of reel them back in, give them a reality check. So hopefully, him not being able to get his car back, I told him, you're not getting his car back until I see some type of improvement. And if you don't want to improve, then you don't deserve this car. You don't deserve the privilege of driving this car. So when something's taken away from you, his life is turned upside down. He can't maneuver. He was like, what did he say? He said, I said, you coming out to work with me today? No, there's no reason for me to work. I don't have my car. Like, you still gotta make money, son. You still gotta, when you get 18 and you get some bills under your belt, you still gotta pay those bills. There's people that's walking to the bus stop, getting on the trans, getting on the Ubering, taxiing, asking people for rides They still got to work. They still got to pay bills. They still got to survive. Once you hit 18, it's time to start surviving. So some of these kids got to get it together. My son got to get it together. Hopefully my daughter, I don't have to tell her as much as I've been talking to my son, but I hope she stay on track, and we'll go from there. I'll keep you guys posted.